Hello students, greetings of the day to everyone. Here I am going to explain you the most interesting story of your book Honeysuckle, meant for the students of grade 6, and the name of the story is Taro's Reward. Students, this is a popular Japanese folk tale. Folk tale means a story, a very popular one that is being proceeded further from generations to generations, from traditions to traditions by the people. So here let's begin with the story Taro's Reward. So once upon a time there was a boy whose name was Taro. He lived on a lonely hillside along with his family, along with his parents in a hut. He worked all throughout the day very hard. He cut and chopped the woods. Though he worked very hard, yet he was able to earn very little. For he was a very thoughtful son. He wanted to fulfill all the desires of his parents. So this made him very sad because the money he was earning was not enough, was not sufficient enough to feed himself and his parents. Yet he tried to his best to fulfill all the desires of his father. Once he was sitting along with his parents in his hut. A strong, cold and chilly wind started coming out inside the house through the cracks and doors of the windows, and his father wished to have a cup of sake for to warm up his himself and his old bones. Sake is a popular Japanese drink which is delicious in taste and but was very expensive for this poor lad, for this poor boy Taro. He was thinking throughout the day how to purchase that expensive sake for his father. So he decided to work even much harder than before. So next day he rose up early in the morning and went straight up towards the forest. There he worked all throughout the day. He was cutting the woods, chopping and chopping all throughout the day, and the sun was climbed high up in the sky. He was feeling so much warm that he took out of his jacket. He was severely sweating, yet at that time he was thinking that his father would feel such a warm that he was feeling right now. So thinking about his father, he again started chopping the wood. Chopping means cutting the wood into smaller pieces. So he again started it, and so that he is able to earn more money in order to buy that sake for his father. Now what happened, while he was chopping the wood, he heard suddenly a sound, and this sound was a sound of water falling from somewhere. It perplexed him. Perplexed means he puzzled, he was confused because he never heard such a sound earlier in the forest. Now, because he was feeling very thirsty, so listening the sound, he rushed towards the sound. Following the sound of that water, he rushed towards it, and reaching there, he found a very lovely waterfall from behind the rocks. So, approaching nearer, he bent down on his knees, he cupped his hands and drank the water. But to his amazement, he found that it was not the plain water. It was a beautiful, delicious sake that he was wishing his father was wishing. So he drank it again and again to justify to yes, it is sake, it is that delicious sake, not the plain water. So he filled that pitcher that he was carrying along with him with completely full with that sake and rushed towards his home. There he offered that sake to his father, his father, on drinking that sake, he became so much warm that he danced happily in the middle of the floor. On the same evening, there came a neighbor to their house on a visit, and as it's a custom of the family to serve the guest with what the best we at that time they were having, so they served her with that delicious shake. The neighbor was drank it happily, and the entire family uh, told her about the magic waterfall. Taro himself told her about the whole story that happened with him in the forest. And the lady left the house in a hurry after drinking that shake. And in no time, the whole story was being spread throughout the village. And there was a huge queue outside the house of this Taro. A procession of people could be seen outside his house. Procession means a long queue of the villagers in order to taste the shake that Taro was having. Everyone tasted it and liked it, and they felt the story was true. Next day, as usual, Taro was rose up early in the morning. He rushed towards the stream with a big pitcher, so as to fill it with that beautiful shake, that delicious shake. But reaching there again, he was shocked and surprised because all the villagers could be seen there. They whatever they were having, they were carrying with them. Every kind of vessel, pitcher, small on the big, every kind of things were there with them. One of the villager tried to taste it, and as soon as he tasted, he found that it was not the same. It was a plain water. He again tasted it, but again it was a plain water. He shouted angrily. Other villagers also tasted it, and they felt that they were being deceived by Taro. Now they are angry. They were very angry with Taro, and uh, they were asking for him to wait for him so that they could thrown him up in the waterfall. But the Taro was wise enough. He was hiding behind the big rock, and he was waiting for all the villagers to leave the place. Now, when everyone left from there, he again approached towards the waterfall. He again tasted it, and he found that yes, it was the sake again, not the plain water. So, the magic waterfall gave the obedient son, a thoughtful son, a beautiful and delicious shake, and the other villagers, because they were very greedy, so it was a plain cold water for them. Now the story of Taro, a young woodcutter, and the magic waterfall reached the emperor of Japan, and he became so pleased with this thoughtful son that he summoned up in his court. Summoned means called up in his court, and he rewarded him with 20 coins of gold. And not only this, he also called one of the fountain of his palace behind the name of Taro, and this was to encourage the children to obey their parents, to treat their parents with respect, and to take care of them, because God help those who help their parents and who take care of their parents. I hope all of you like this story very much, and all of you will try to be like Taro. Thank you and have a nice day, my dear.